Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving and welcome back to Roll Cougs Weekly. I'm Aiden Voorhees.
And I'm Kendall Janosko.
And here's everything you might have missed in Chatham Athletics. President's Athletic Conference named their all-pack teams in women's volleyball, with 3 Chatham players getting the nod to the conference second team. Sierra Ritchie, Becca Gessner, and Ava Plunkard were all named to the all-pack second team, with Zoe Bateman earning honorable mention.
For the men's soccer All-PAC first team, Xavier Compton was selected. For All-PAC second team, the players include Albie Jaffa and Colin Sullivan. Honorable mentions for the All-PAC teams include Anthony Kittichai and Maxwell Cottrell. For the All-PAC first team on the women's side of things, Ainsley Smith was selected. And for honorable mentions, those include Hallie Marsalis and Sarah Vesio.
On Wednesday, November 20th, women's basketball defeated St. Vincent 72-60 in their pack opener. Ashley Loudon had 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 steals. Dominique Pacheco added 5 assists and 3 steals, and Charjay Brock had 3 steals in the game.
On Friday, November 2nd, the men's ice hockey team played against Utica and lost the game 6-3. The Chatham goals include Jack Arizo for his first of the season, assisted by Evan Mitchell and Zach Connor, Nick Cyprian for his fourth of the season, assisted by Tyler Samadral, and Kyle Contessa for his first of the season, assisted by Nick Babby and Nick Cyprian.
Saturday, November 23rd, the Cougars fell to Allegheny 73-65. Charjay Brock led Chatham with 17 points, Hannah Chanot had 4 assists, and Madison Nero had a double-double with 16 points and 10 rebounds.
On Saturday, November 23rd, Chatham played their second game against Utica and lost the game 4-3. The Chatham goals came from Kyle Contessa for his second of the season, assisted by Brendan Merriman and Zach Connor. Brendan Merriman for his second of the season, assisted by Beck McLean, and Nick Babby for his first of the season, assisted by Beck McLean and Zach Connor.
On November 20th, men's basketball defeated St. Vincent 92-73 for Coach David Richards' 100th career win. Dion Pinkett had 24 points and 10 rebounds for a double-double to lead Chatham. Simon Boyer had 5 assists, and Blaine Gartley finished the game with 5 assists and 2 steals.
On Friday, November 22nd, the women's ice hockey team played against Manhattanville and dropped the game 2-0.
On November 23rd, Chatham defeated Allegheny by a 23-point margin, 84-61. Dion Pinkett once again led the Cougars with 25 points. Blaine Gartley had 6 assists and 4 steals, and Luca Robinson finished with 7 rebounds. With his 4 steals, Gartley set the Chatham career record for steals with 187. Dion Pinkett was honored as PAC Player of the Week for men's basketball.
Saturday, November 23rd, women's ice hockey team played their second game against Manhattanville and lost the game 5-2. The Chatham goals came from Rainey Jessup for her second of the season unassisted, and Sophia Taylor for her fourth of the season, assisted by Evelyn Higgins.
On Tuesday, November 26th, the women's basketball team fell by a 10-point margin, 64-54 to W&J. Hannah Chanot had 13 points and 2 blocks for the Cougars. Charjay Brock came away with 4 assists and 2 steals, and Zelly Rodriguez led the Cougars in rebounds with 8.
On Tuesday, November 26th, men's ice hockey played against Fredonia and won the game 5-3. The Chatham goals came from Michael Roby for his first of the season unassisted, Nick Babby for his second of the season, assisted by Nick Cyprian and Cadson Johnson, Oscar Saranen for his first of the season, assisted by Devin Nabosny and Cadson Johnson, Beck McLean for his second of the season, assisted by Zach Connor and Nick Cyprian, and Kyle Contessa for his third of the season, assisted by Nick Cyprian and Nick Babby. Nick Cyprian is now the Chatham all-time point leader with 52.
Men's basketball also took on W&J on the 26th, with Chatham taking a 2-point overtime victory to remain undefeated in PAC play. Luca Robinson had a double-double in that one with 24 points and 12 rebounds, and Dion Pinkett had the game-winning three-pointer with less than a minute to go in overtime, in addition to 4 assists and 3 steals. Blaine Gartley also had 4 assists in that one.
On Saturday, November 3rd, men's ice hockey played against Trine and lost the game 3-1, with the Chatham goal coming from Dylan Young for his first of his career and first of the season, assisted by Devin Nebosny and Kadzen Johnson.
On Sunday, December 1st, the Cougars traveled to Penn State Altoona, taking an 89-62 victory. Levinson Xavier finished that one with 20 points, 4 assists, 8 rebounds, and he had 3 blocks on the game. Blaine Gartley had 4 assists in that one, and Dion Pinkett had 8 rebounds and 6 steals. The men's overall record is now 6-1, and they're 4-0, good for first in pack play. On the women's side, they're 1-2 on the pack and 3-3 overall in the season.
On Sunday, December 1st, Chatham played their second game against Trine and lost 3-0. The men's ice hockey UCHC record at the end of the weeks is 0-5-1, with their overall record being 1-7-1, fifth in the UCHC.
Men's and women's squash traveled to the University of Virginia on November 23rd, falling 9-0 on the men's side, with Abdelrahman Salek winning 2 games in his match and Haidar Jeffrey also taking 2 games in his match. The women's team also fell 9-0 to UVA. Men's squash is 2-4 in 2024, with the women's overall record at 1-5.
On Tuesday, November 26th, women's ice hockey played against Trine and lost the game 5-1, with the lone goal coming from Carolyn Luby for her first of the season unassisted. Then on Wednesday, November 27th, women's ice hockey played their second game against Trine and lost 5-3. The Chatham goals came from Chelsea Clark for the first of her season, assisted by Morgan Black and Liv McTavish. Morgan Black for her third of the season, assisted by Liv McTavish. Samantha Barrett for the first of her season, assisted by Kaylee Melko and Emmeline Stevenson. And Morgan Black won UCHC Player of the Week. The women's ice hockey overall record right now is 0-8-1, with their UCHC record being 0-4-0, fourth in the UCHC. From Thursday, November 21st to Saturday, November 23rd, the men's and women's swim teams were at the Malone Invitational. The men's team finished 13 out of 14 with Max Rollins' 50 freestyle split time of 22.36, Cal Hockman's 50 backstroke time of 25.35, and 100 backstroke time of 54.53. Caleb Trainum came away with a 100 butterfly time of 54.78 and a 200 butterfly time of 2:12.47, all of which were school records. The women's team finished 9 out of 16, with Carly McClurg setting a lifetime best in relay leadoff in the 400 team medley, and Allie Cohen won gold in the 3-meter diving, as well as Hannah Urinek winning PAC Newcomer of the Week for the second time this season. The men's pack record at the end of the weeks is 1-2 with an overall record of 1-5, and the women's PAC record is a 1-2 with an overall record of 3-3.
On Wednesday, December 4th, the women's basketball team will host Waynesburg at 6 p.m. Their overall head-to-head record all-time is 15-18, with Chatham winning 87-72 in 2024. Waynesburg is 0-3 in the pack this year, in 8th place.
Coming up this week, women's ice hockey will be playing against Hilbert for 2 games. Game 1 is on December 6th at 3 p.m., and Game 2 is December 7th at 2 p.m. The head-to-head history between the two teams is 1-0, and their last match on November 21st of 2023 ended in a 11-1 Chatham win. Hilbert's conference record right now is 0-0-0 with an overall record of 0-7-0.
Men's basketball will take on Waynesburg at 8 p.m. on the second half of the doubleheader. Overall, they're 13-5 all-time against Waynesburg, with an 87-65 W last year. Waynesburg is 2-1 in the pack this season, good for 4th place.
Men's ice hockey will play 2 games against Manhattanville, with Game 1 set for December 6th and Game 2 set for December 7th. The head-to-head history between the two teams is 5-7-1, and their last match on February of 2024 ended in a 3-1 Chatham win. Manhattanville's UCHC record is 3-2-1 with an overall record of 3-4-1, third in the UCHC, 2 spots ahead of Chatham.
On Saturday, December 7th, women's basketball will host Grove City at 12 p.m. Last season, the Cougars got an 83-64 W against Grove City. The Wolverines are 3-0 in the pack, good for 3rd place.
Men's and women's indoor track and field will get their season underway on December 6th at the YSU Icebreaker in Youngstown, Ohio.
Men's basketball will also host Grove City on the second half of the doubleheader on Saturday. Overall, they're 8-10 all time. Last season, the Cougars won 56-53 over the Wolverines. Grove City is 3-0 in the PAC this season, tied with Chatham at the top of the conference.
Men's and women's swim will be at the Presidential Diving Invitational on December 6th in Washington, PA.
Thanks for joining us on Roll Cougs Weekly. Once again, I'm Aiden Voorhees.
And I'm Kendall Janosko.
And we'll see you next week for more Chatham Athletics.